Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this special edition of Aces Full. Joined here by Bob Witt, our golf course superintendent, to go over the what the fall looks like here at Harrison Lake. As you all probably are aware, there's a lot of work that needs to be done on this golf course, and we want to be able to get this communicated to you clearly so that you all understand why we're doing it, why it's beneficial, and what exactly is going on. So, Bob, appreciate you taking some time to spend with us here. I know you guys are crazy busy, but I'm going to kind of turn it over to you. So, can you explain to us what we're doing and how is this going to affect play going forward?
So after member guest, we are on the 25th of September. We're going to be shutting down the back nine for 2 weeks so we can do all of our core aerification and any sort of cultural practices that we need to do to prepare the golf course for the following season. And then once that's done, we'll do the exact same thing on the front nine.
Gotcha. So, what exactly are you planning to do other than just aerification? We kind of shut down a couple of the nines last week for some work. What are you doing now versus what you were doing then?
Yeah, so all the fairways we've kind of realized over this year with the golf course being immature that we need to do some pretty intense core aerification. So all the fairways are going to get that. And with that, we're going to do verticutting to get rid of some thatch. So we'll verticut, we'll core aerify, then we'll have to drag all those cores around and clean up the fairways. But at the same time we're doing that, we're gonna punch holes on the greens and get them top dressed, punch holes in the approaches, get them top dressed, punch holes in the tees and get them top dressed. And so, yeah, it's gonna take a minute to get through 9 holes doing that.
Wow. Okay. So it sounds like a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
A lot of work coming up. So, outside of just the work to be done, what's the benefit of it? And it's like we said, it's a lot of work. Why is this so intense? We've never done this before, so why are we going this hard at it this time?
So with the golf course being as immature as it is right now, it needs an added boost to get it through winter and into spring, so it's good and healthy for us. One, I think a lot of people, to drive on it. I mean, to be able to get off cart paths a little bit more would be nice. So yeah, we got to strengthen roots. We've got to strengthen crowns of the plant. The greens obviously need to have some thatch removed and top dressed so they can get firmer and faster. Same with approaches. The core airifying on fairways, I think, is going to help us out with smoothing out that plane surface. I mean, after the construction, we still have a lot of washouts or settling in and around irrigation heads and drains. And so I think by doing this and moving that soil around, will benefit with our plane surface. And then the tees, again, they just need top dress so we can get rid of some of that thatch and, have a better plane surface for next year.
Okay. So to kind of save us some time here, on the bottom of the screen, I will put the definitions of what thatch crown and all those are, just so we don't have to go into that, but just so you all are aware of what we're talking about here. That's good information, though. But why that time frame? Why the fall? Why couldn't we have done this at a different time frame, like in the winter, whenever people aren't wanting to play golf?
Yeah, so you can't really technically do it in the winter because the ground's frozen. It's kind of detrimental to the playing surfaces. But we have a couple scenarios where, this is the time frame we're set up with is through August is still pretty hot. We're looking for a good growing environment. Once we do these cultural practices, we need that grass to heal up. Okay. And with the cool season grass, the fall's the best time to do it. However, we've also chosen to have member guests in the fall. So
Sure.
We don't want to do this practice right before that happens.
Sure.
So we're kind of waiting until after member guest and then go ahead and attack the golf course.
I'm sure those playing in the event will appreciate having the best conditions for the golf course during our biggest event. So that makes sense. So 2 weeks though for each 9 holes seems like a long time. I know it's a lot of work, and I understand that, but 2 weeks, I mean, that's a long time for us to end up shutting down 9 holes of the golf course. So overall, we're going to have 4 weeks affected. Why that long?
So, I mean, kind of just like anybody else who's come out to this brand new golf course this year, and they're learning the golf course and how the greens work and how the bunkers are positioned, and it's kind of the same situation for us. We've never done any real intense cultural practices yet on this golf course, so I'm just making it worth our while to say, hey, look, this is how long it might take. That way we don't get ourselves caught into a situation where, one, we're taking too long, and two, I want to get it all done to the best of our ability before winter shows up. And if we can do it, the most effective way is shutting it down, taking care of it, and then moving on before winter shows up, and then we get ourselves into a big situation.
Sure. Okay. That makes sense. Um, so is this kind of our new normal? I mean, is this what we're going to start seeing every year, that we're going to lose the golf course in fall? Because I mean, we're in Columbus, Indiana. Fall golf here is spectacular. So are we going to start to lose a part of the golf course every fall?
I don't think so. Again, we kind of made this decision halfway through the year this year, to go a little bit more aggressive based on what we were seeing out on the golf course. So hopefully with what we're able to do this year, that will lessen what we have to do year after year after year, because we're doing all the right things now instead of waiting or doing them halfway now and then halfway next year and halfway next year, and it takes a longer time to get it all complete. Let's just knock it out, get it done, and it'll be less intense every year, I believe.
Okay, well, that's good to know. One last thing. What about the driving range and the short game range? Are we going to be able to keep those open, or do you expect those to shut down at the same time?
So they won't be shut down, but we'll be on mats, and we're closed on Mondays anyway, so those areas are a lot smaller than 9 holes, so we can take care of all that on a Monday when no one's out here anyway. So
Okay, so hopefully that helps you all understand why we're doing what we're doing and why it's so important. And you'll see the benefits of it come next spring. However, that doesn't answer the main question that I'm sure many of you have, which is, well, what if I want to keep playing golf? That is the benefit of us having Otter Creek across town. Otter Creek will remain open. The deal that we put in place earlier this year, that 5 rounds for $200, is still an option. So, and they are actually going through their verification process right now. So they should be this fall in spectacular shape, and will be a great alternative for those of you who are not going south or west and wanting to play some golf this fall. So we appreciate your understanding, your patience, and hopefully everybody knows that we're doing this because it's what's best for the golf course.
Absolutely.
And that you as a member are going to benefit from it in the long term. We're not doing this in order to try and take anything away from anyone. We're doing this in order to provide the best product long term. So, Bob, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
We look forward to seeing what it looks like next year, and for this place to just get better and better. So,
Perfect.
great. Nothing but great things to say about the golf course this year, and we look forward to having it back next year.
Great. Thanks.
Thank you, guys.